Hi everyone, it's Becky. I just have some projects to share with you guys that I've made for my secret sister. I'm in a secret sister swap that's hosted by Markeisha, which is Staplem1 here on YouTube. And so I just made some Valentine projects, and so this is part 2 of the video. I think I'm going to mush them all together, but I'm still not going to tell you guys who my secret sister is until the end. So let me just kind of tell you what I've done. I've made just a box and then a tag and a little heart. I think I'll do the heart first. This heart it turned out a lot smaller than what I thought it was. The dies that I've been using for all of my Valentines I used for this heart, and just cut, just ran some fabric through with the die. It's a Spellbinders die that just a solid heart, and then it's got like a flourish heart. And then I just put a doily. I sewed it, stuffed it, and then sewed the closing, and then I put a doily down. And that doily is from Craft Supplies for You. And then this is the material that I used for the heart. And this heart's got like a little flower print on it. So I just took that same fabric and I ripped it into like a smaller strip. And I did a rolled rose and put a pearl in the middle. And then I made a bow out of the fabric and glued it there with some seam binding and a halfback pearl, and then I put some seam binding for a little hook. But I thought it turned out really cute. It's little. I was gonna do like some different like charms and stuff, but I thought it was cute like this, kind of vintage. So, and then I also made a tag. Now, everything's kind of challenging for me because this person that's my secret sister knows me very well, and so I tried to like do it not my style necessarily or anything that she would pick up on. And I hope that I'm succeeding so far. So anyways, I seen a tag just like this one on Pinterest, and I've had to do a lot of searching and kind of copying so much of other people's work kind of thing, because I'm trying not to do my style so much but still make it pretty, so that she still loves what she gets. And so I just took a tag, and I can't get it to not bend, so I don't know. It's one of those giant tags from Ranger, and they're really thin, so I had to put some cardstock behind it, and that might be why. Well, it would bend anyways because it's a really thin tag. And I put some glue and seal down, and then this background is from that Ranger, or not Ranger, but Tim Holtz. I used it on the January 2015 tags, but it's this tissue wrap, the postal. And so I just put the glue and seal down, and then I put the tissue down, and then I put glue and seal over it, and then I used picket fence distress paint and just kind of painted it with my finger and just here and there. And then I took worn lipstick, the distress ink, and went over it with the ink pad, and then I just did the edges with black soot. And then I kind of, after I did the worn lipstick, because I kind of tried to do it in the middle too, I took the white paint and went over it, just kind of shabby it up. And this is actually the second background that I created. The first one I didn't like because I stamped it, and then I don't know, I tried to do some drawing, it didn't work out. So what I did on this one is I took some of that 3D gloss gel and some art sugar, and I got that for my birthday from Becky Long, from Lori's store, which is More Art from the Heart, her Art Fire store. And I just took a stencil, a butterfly stencil. You can't really see it because it's been covered up, but I just took the 3D gloss gel, if you can kind of see a butterfly there, and mixed it with the sugar, the art sugar I think it's called, and then used the stencil, or used it with the stencil. And then I took the distress pen, the distress ink pen, a black soot, and I went around the edges and smudged it just to kind of bring it out. And then I used the worn lipstick a little bit just to kind of where I had too much black, and then I took my white paint so it would kind of, you know, blend into the background kind of. You can kind of see a butterfly there, one there, and then this is from the previous tag that I tried to do, and I stamped a butterfly that I had, and I think this is from Engraver Collection, the stamp set that comes with the Engraver Collection. And I stamped the butterfly on some vellum and cut it out, and then I did the edges with the black soot distress pen, and then I went over everything with some white paint too, so just kind of here and there with a dauber. And then these tickets, these are Tim Holtz tickets that I just flipped around. You can see the numbers there on that one. I just flipped it around, just kind of, I wanted the plain background. And then this is from Pkg Company. And then these hearts are from, I cut out, these are Tim Holtz die, the little mini die, mini heart die. And then I used the Bliss paper. And these are just buttons from my stash. And then this little heart is just a punch that I had. And I just did that there. There's another ticket from Pkg Company, and then another Tim Holtz. And then these are, well, they're for craft flowers. And then just some seam binding, and I colored some pink. This is the worn lipstick that I used on the seam binding, and I just sprayed water, crinkle it, you know, whatever. And then this flower is from Craft Supplies for You, and then just some jute twine. And hopefully she doesn't pick up on that, because I have been using that on my Valentine's projects, but I think it makes it look really cute and kind of ties it together. So that's my tag that I made her, a little Valentine tag. And then my box, I did the same thing. This is a napkin. Let me grab the napkin really quick. This napkin, Becky Long sent me when we did our candy drawer swap. She sent me some of these napkins, and they're really gorgeous. So this is the napkin. This is the print, and it's like got 3 or 4 layers. So I just took the top layer off, and this is the first time I've ever done so I just took that top layer off like that. And this is the first time I've ever done the napkin thing. So I have this box, and it's from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and it was a Valentine's box, and I was just gonna leave it, but it had like a bow there, and it had like XO and stuff like that, and I was gonna leave it, but then I decided that I would alter it, and so that's what I did. So I just took the napkin and some Mod Podge, and I just did it like section by section. So I did this section first, and I think I brought this one around this way, I believe, and then I kind of went, there's like a lip right here, you guys can see that. I went along and just kind of tucked it and rolled it over, and then this is all one big piece for the bottom, and then another piece for the back. And I think you can't really tell anymore. You used to be able to tell when I didn't have it like decorated, where I kind of stopped and started. So I think this is all one big piece, and then I cut it. So I cut it here at the box, and then I think I left a little bit, sorry, I left a little bit and kind of folded it over. And then I took a strip, and just a little tiny strip, and Mod Podged it there. And then the lid, I Mod Podged all that, one big piece. And then I kind of folded it so that it's kind of got a fold in it. I kind of folded it so that the paper or the napkin would stick in that crack and wouldn't like rip. So I think, I don't know, I think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time. You can kind of see a little bit of wrinkles in it, but I think it makes it look really shabby and kind of cool. And I actually wasn't that hard. These lips, I just brought it up and around, you know, and just made sure that it was all like that. I did paint the box. I did 2 layers of gesso and 1 layer of white paint, the whole box, except for the inside. The inside I didn't mess with that white. And then here on the inside, I just put, like, I have a square doily from Craft Supplies for You, and I just kind of cut it a little bit to fit inside there, and then I put a rosette on top. And then this is some more trim from Craft Supplies for You, and I hope she doesn't pick up on that either, but people do shop at Craft Supplies for You. So there's some Venice type lace, and then there's this like roughly lace and some clear pearl trim. And the Velcro is what was on there, so I just took the Velcro off and then I put it back on. I just glued it back on. And then this is just a hinge or like a drawer pull from my stash. And then here on the bottom, some bead caps from Craft Supplies for You, and I just put a little pearl in the center for the feet. And then this trim's from Craft Supplies for You, as well as this one. Yep, this one is too. It's the white halfback pearl. And then I just put some little pearls there in the middle. Oh, and this this handle, I took some of that frontage, the ivory shabby one, and I just put it on there sparingly, so it turned out like that. I think it was cute. And then this trim is from the Recollections. It comes with the, I don't know what it's just a sticker. So I just kind of glued it on there. And then this is that lace on a roll from Recollections. And some Venice lace, and then some other lace that I just kind of gathered here and there. And then I did the same on this side. And then this is some seam binding. I just tied in a bow and hung some little extras. And then that's a welder craft flower. These are Prima resin pieces and corner pieces, so I just put those on there. These came with hearts and stuff that I used on that cake box. And so I put those on there, and then there's an arrow from Maya Road, I think. And then a rosette and some flowers, Wilder Craft, and that's the Craft Supplies for You. And then these are from L Studio, I think. I think that's what it is, and I just put that frontage on there. And then underneath here is a spray from Prima, and it is really, really pretty. So all this flowers came with it, and then these big roses I've added to it. And I got this from Christy, which is Twins for Me Too. Thank you, Christy. I really love it. So I used that there, kind of brought it up and around, and then 2 heart doilies underneath. Wild Orchid Craft Flower, that's what all these big ones are. And then that's Craft Supplies for You, and that's a little rosebud from Wild Orchid Craft. There's another Craft Supplies for You flower. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did the frontage on these little wood veneer pieces. I love how that turned out. And then after I had everything on there, I went over and did like a white paint over it, just kind of shabby it, because as you can tell from the napkin, it's pretty bold and it's really pretty. So I'm not saying that it's not pretty when I say bold, but it's like really bright, and so I kind of wanted to shabby it up more. So I didn't do it to like everything, you know, I didn't like make great big you know, brush stroke, you know, I just took my dauber and just kind of dabbed here and there just to kind of shabby it up. So that's my box that I'm sending to my secret sister. So I don't know, I think that's it. I think I covered everything on it. It was a lot of fun to do that, and I used a napkin because I don't really want to use like the paper that I have, like my Prima or, you know, designer paper, because she knows, I think she knows everything that I've got because she sent me a lot of it. So So I hope I did pretty good, and I hope she likes that box. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.